When you hear the word CEO, what comes to mind? Suits, meetings, stress, or success? But what if being a CEO isn't just about power? It's about purpose. I used to think CEOs were just born confident. Turns out they started exactly where we are. Curious, unsure, still figuring things out. That's what the CEO code is about. What really makes someone a leader? My guest today is Ziad Al-Shaar, the CEO of Dot Global, the man behind $6 billion worth of projects, from Riyadh to London and beyond. His story isn't just about success, it's about vision, growth, and creating impact that crosses borders. This is Rateel Alpha Talk, and today we're decoding the CEO code to discover what leadership really means when it's guided by purpose, not position. Welcome to Rateel Alpha Talk. I've been looking forward to this conversation for a long time, and I'm so happy to have you here, and I'm sure everyone watching this is really glad to have you.
Thank you very much. Thank you. A pleasure to be with you.
Of course. So let's decode it. What's the first rule in the CEO code?
So the first rule for the CEO is to put the vision of the company. So to say this is the target where we want to reach in the following number of years.
I like that. I feel like every time I hear the word CEO, I think of someone who's so serious and always working 24/7. So is this stereotype true, or is there, the idea of a CEO different than what people think?
So I work actually, I call it 007. Nothing to do with James Bond, but 0 to 0, 7 days a week. Once you become a CEO, you're fully committed, especially if you are running a global company, which means we are open most of the days of the week. We have our office in New York and our office in Saudi with 11 hours time difference. So you have to be open all the time. At the same time, when you deal with customers, some of the customers will show up at 3 o'clock in the morning. Some of them will show up at 10 p.m. and you need to be ready. You cannot tell the customer, I am resting now. The customer needs you. You have to be there.
My gosh, how many hours do you sleep every night?
Mostly 4 to 5 hours.
Oh my gosh, mashallah, it doesn't show on you. It looks like you have a lot of time.
Thank you. This is when you have the love for working and achieving and delivering and making people happy. This is what keeps you running.
Exactly. So it looks like you love your job a lot. Don't find in everyone.
Rateel, and this is an advice to all the young executives like yourself. Don't look at it as a job. Look at it as a one step towards the path to be successful, to be part of human lives, to improve lives of the people who buy from you, who work with you.
I'll definitely keep that noted, and I'm sure everyone my age watching this. You've led some of the biggest companies across the region, and now you're building a global brand that's changing skylines everywhere. But I want to take it all the way back when you were my age. Do you ever imagine yourself leading teams across the world? So let's say around this age, we're like 14, 15.
You see, 14, 15, I had different aspirations. I wanted to become an astronaut and go to the moon.
Oh my God.
So my nickname at that time from my father was Apollo, because of Apollo 11, that rocket that took the first 3 people to the moon in 1969. So at that time, my aspirations were, wow, can I be an astronaut? And then you get into the reality of things, and it's very hard to become an astronaut, especially in this region. And I decided that the best next thing going up in a rocket is going up in the ladder of success and starting by becoming a salesperson.
It's okay, as you didn't become an astronaut, but at least you're the second best thing.
Yes, 100%.
Everyone, yeah, exactly. So everyone's talking about leadership lately, being that person who inspires others. But from your experience, what actually makes someone worth following? Is it how much they know, or how they make people feel, or what do you think it is?
In the corporate world, in the executive world, people want to feel that they matter, they count. So as a feeling, because you don't want to be working somewhere and you believe that you are like a chair. You want to feel that you are appreciated, you are part of the elements that propel this organization forward. So the main thing that you need to instill in the culture of a company is that feeling that no matter where you work in the company, you have an integral part in the success and in the future of that company. So you need to instill that feeling in people, and if it remains a feeling, they will forget about it very quickly. They need to see it also in practice, not just as a feeling. So one part is that you create that culture to instill that feeling, but then you act on that feeling and you make sure that even the person sitting at the reception of the company, knowing of how much they are important to the company, because they are the first ones a customer meets or a prospect meets. And they need to understand that if they do a good job, they can be rewarded, they can advance, and they can be part of the bigger future of the company.
A lot of young people feel like they're too young to make a difference. Like the world won't take them seriously yet. Like also for me, I feel like ever since I started this journey, I feel like everyone's like, oh yeah, you don't take me seriously because I'm too young, you know? Do you ever feel that way when you were younger? And what would you say to someone who has like amazing ideas but they still doubt themselves and they don't know how much they're capable of?
Definitely during my time it was the case, but I can promise you that during your time it won't be the case. We are living now in a new era, and we have today to acknowledge that the people who grew up with the machines, the people who grew up just like yourself, AI first, they're gonna take over the world. So today, like my generation, most probably in the next 10 years, we're gonna retire. And the big threat is mainly for what we call the millennials. The millennials, most probably in the next 4 to 5 years, they'll find most of them unemployed because they will be taken over by Gen Alpha and some of the Gen Zers who are very comfortable in working with a machine. So we are living today this transformation, and I'm sure you've seen that Palantir stopped hiring college students. They're hiring now high school students, because during your time, most probably, Rateel, you're gonna recognize that university has no value anymore. You can start working next year, and with the technology that you are learning, with the exposure that you have, you can achieve as much as somebody who's 35 years old, if not more.
I think like before, like now, the generation, like everyone's more aware that how we're more exposed to different things. Like a 12-year-old this age isn't like how she was like years and years ago. So I think definitely also in the next 5 years, for example, like I can just imagine how the future, what it has in store for us.
I can tell you that in content creation in the company today, we have 4 people who are working with us who have just went into university. They are 17 years old, and they are producing material that is much better than the global agencies that we are hiring in New York and London.
Oh my God, you should hire me. I'll be the youngest one working.
100%, with great pleasure.
Thank you. So as we all know, technology is changing everything. The way we learn, the way we create, the way we lead, even everything. Do you think the best future leaders will be the one who understand technology or the one who understand?
You see, the future leaders are the ones who not understand technology, who will embrace technology, and who will find this perfect interface between technology and human beings. I will take you to something a little bit on the advanced side from a chemistry perspective. So we are organic human beings. The machines are inorganic human beings. we are living in a period that now the machines are more intelligent than us. So the first thing we have to recognize is that, you know what? My machine is more intelligent than me. And for human beings, this is not easy to accept because many of us are competitive people. So the people who would embrace that the machines are more intelligent than them, and they will utilize that intelligence of the machines to work with people around them, they will be the market leaders in any category.
I definitely agree, because I feel like so many people are so competitive. But in my opinion, like humans, like the reason why people think that AI is smarter than humans is because we let AI take over us. Lack of creativity nowadays, because everyone's using AI and no one's trying to use their own creativity. But if we put that aside and know our limits to AI, I think we will be smarter. Because at the end of the day, we're the humans creating the AI.
100%, you are so correct.
Exactly. So you worked in so many countries, from London to Riyadh to Spain. What's something you've noticed about young people everywhere, no matter where they come from?
You see, it's very important that you ask this question because you visit so many countries. I visited approximately 70 countries with around 120 cities in those countries. And in many places, you see people just going around doing what is in their textbook, not working hard. And you can see how this reflects on the country that they belong to. And you go to some places where you see people are so driven, they're hard workers, they're studying, and they are looking at everything that is new, that is becoming in this world. And you can see the country evolving. And look at you and look at Saudi and how Saudi is embracing young people and embracing technology. And this will reflect big time on the country. Same, for example, what we've seen in China. In China, they start teaching AI at 6 years old, which reflects on the success of the country and the evolution of that country.
So I feel like no matter what, everywhere around the teenagers, especially around the world, we're all going through the same things. We're all exposed to the same things. So I feel like there isn't that big of a difference.
You see,
we always
let me just add one point here. And
yeah, of course.
We are in Saudi, and you are an amazing young Saudi star. And what you see also in the countries, which is very important for the success of the country, of how the young people take pride in belonging to that country. You see this very much in Saudi. And this is very important for the success of the young people and for the future of that country. Because if you are proud to be part of a country, you will definitely work very hard to advance yourself and that country consequently. And you see this big time in Saudi.
Yeah, exactly, because the youth is what represents the country. Because they are the future. So I definitely agree with you on that. We always hear find the mentor. But sometimes one conversation or one person can actually change your whole life or the way you think about something. What's that one person or you gave you a lesson that you will never ever forget?
You see, you are so right about finding the mentor. However, people need to understand that you don't need the mentor all of your life. You will need a mentor at one time in your life who will just put you in the right path, and you have to maintain that path. And I was very lucky to find a mentor while I was young, while I was still working between Lebanon, Syria, Jordan, and Iraq. My boss at that time was a great mentor, and he advised me on something very important, that when you become a manager of a group or of a company, you are the manager of the fate of that company. You are the manager of the outcome of that company. Don't come to me and say, oh, this is hard, this is we can't do, this is we cannot do, and come up with excuses. You need to come up with solutions. Only solutions can advance you as an executive. You can come up with 10,000 reasons of why it is impossible, but you always need to find one reason why it's possible. And this is your role as a leader, to find those solutions, even when you have the hardest problems in your life, find how can you weaponize those problems to produce a positive outcome.
Definitely. Because I feel like so many people always, as you said, I like what you said, find solutions. Because so many people, they're like, oh, I can't do this, I can't do that, and they underestimate themselves. And if you just keep doing that, you'll never find, your real purpose. So I think you should stop, making excuses from yourself and just start and just do it.
100%. 100%.
So this question I actually want to know. If you weren't a leading company right now, what's something else that you would be doing instead? It could be anything.
I wouldn't know. I might be a DJ. At one time, I wanted to open a flower shop because, selling flowers will always make people happy. Playing music will always make people happy when they are dancing. So it's all revolves around the idea of making people happy. This is why when we put up the motto of the company, I said everything we do in this company should make people happy. Our people should be happy. Our investors should be happy. Our shareholders should be happy. And if they're happy, they'll continue working with us.
That's definitely a really great way to think, and just brings positive mindset, and you attract positive things. I think that's
always
something that I always do.
Always. Well done. Well done.
Okay, before we wrap up, we're gonna switch things up. You have to answer the first thing that comes to your mind. You don't think twice. Anything that comes out, you have to say it.
Let's go.
Good? Okay. So let's start with a few confessions. What's the last time you said, I have no idea what's happening in a meeting?
I can't remember when. I usually have an idea.
Oh, okay, something like you're in a meeting, you're like, oh my god, this is boring. When will we finish?
Yesterday.
Yesterday?
Yes.
Let's hope they don't find this video. Okay. What's the most un-CEO thing you've done this week?
I ate at McDonald's.
Oh my god, I ate McDonald's today, so it's fine. Balancing is important.
Yes.
Okay, listen, answer honestly. How many unread emails do you have right now?
0.
Really? I imagine CEOs have like billions of unopened emails.
No, if you organize your work properly and you have a very good team, they are not gonna be sending you so many emails. And luckily, this is what we have.
Yeah, it's good that you don't. For me, I have so many emails that I don't open from school projects. Still do them anyway.
You will organize yourself. You will be a very organized person.
Yeah. If Gen Alpha ran your company for a day, so imagine I'm running your company for a day, what's the first thing I'd change, in your opinion?
Most probably the catering in the company.
Really?
The first thing you will change, yes.
I think I agree.
You will drop all the big amount of coffee machines we have everywhere, and you will bring something healthier.
Yeah, I'd probably get matcha machines.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, what's one piece of teen slang word or Gen Alpha word you heard of recently or learned, and you pretended that you understood it just to put in?
Yeah, 6'7".
Oh my gosh, everyone in the world. Basically, you know what it means, or do you want me to explain?
It means nothing, like gibberish, no?
Yeah, it doesn't have a meaning, but it all started from a basketball game scores, and then there's a song that came out that was 6'7", and everyone starts saying it. My math teacher in school, she avoids saying it. Let's say there's a number 6'7", so 6 and the number after it, says like that. Whole class starts going crazy.
Yes.
Okay, what's your most used emoji, and what situation do you use it in the most?
So I actually create emojis for the people I work with, and I have one word written on every emoji. So for example, our head of business development, I have her photo and written on it, the Queen. So every time she sends me a message, and I'll send her the Queen. Or for our head of sales, I have his photo as an emoji written on it, Rocky, like Rocky Balboa, that boxer.
I feel like that would motivate them.
Yes.
Yes. Okay, so finish without thinking, okay? Leadership feels like
what we do normally.
Biggest myth about CEOs are
that we spend our time on yachts and in golf clubs and in first class, while most spend our time in the market, on the street, and on sites.
I honestly, like, I feel like it's a really big stereotype that everyone thinks that's how CEOs are. I mean, they probably do that, but not the whole time. Like, there's a balance of having fun when they're off the work and majority of time when they're working.
Exactly.
A good day starts
with meeting the very good people, the motivating people in this company.
I wish more young people knew that
I care so much about them, even though when many times I am angry or shouting.
Thank you. Before we end everything, I have one last thing to say. What's a message you would want to give to the future generation to keep going and never limit themselves and never give themselves limitations?
Always understand that you have a certain number of hours that you can work every day. Maximize your output of each and every single hour.
I love that. I just want to say thank you so much for giving me
Thank you.
time, and I learned so much about it. And inshallah, I have to visit, like when I go to Dubai or something. It's honestly like on my bucket list.
And we'll take you to our projects. You'll love them.
Okay, thank you so much. I had such a fun time talking to you.
Appreciate it. Thank you. Thanks. Thank you.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye. Bye. Bye.
After this conversation, I realized that leadership isn't about running companies or about building skyscrapers. It's about building people, curiosity, and belief. Even at the top, Siad is still learning, still asking, and still dreaming. And maybe that's what being a real CEO truly is. This was Rateel Alpha Talk, where leadership doesn't start with power, it starts within.